Hello, Tracy Lynn from Simple Living Country Gal, and I am out taking a walk on a surprise spring day here in northwestern Pennsylvania. Normally we're buried under snow, but it is 70 degrees and beautiful. So I have company with me, and that would be my little herd of goats. This isn't everybody. I still have my big buck and my wether in the barn, but that's my new junior buck. But I don't want him out here yet because if these girls are all pregnant, and I'm hoping this is not just fat belly and pregnancy belly, then I don't want to risk damaging the babies by having a 250-pound buck trying to mount everybody. So I don't let my goats out at the same time when it's close to delivery, which it isn't really, but I still don't want to risk hurting. So we're out on a nice spring day taking a walk. It's basically called follow the leader, but see, here, I'll turn this slow. Our ground is really wet, and my divas hate to get their hooves wet. So they're being quite leery about following me because we're getting up into the really wet part of the pasture. That's the one thing bad about having goats. If you're in a wet area, then it's hard to keep goats healthy. You have to deal with hoof rot and worms, and I have to be very vigilant on both aspects to make sure that I'm not encountering any outbreaks or problems. But see, you could tell it's drier because now they're kind of going on their own. And then these are my two. More pets than anything because they always stay near me. Now once a goat goes, they all tend to follow. Now these two may not go, but they might all of a sudden decide, okay, we're going to follow the herd back to the barn and take off running. But like I said, these are my people goats. If Gracie's going, I'm sure Jojo will follow. But it's good to get them out. Even though there's not much for them to eat other than leaves, it's good to get them out and moving, especially when you have pregnant goats. They don't get a lot of exercise, and you don't want really big goats, especially towards the end, because that's when the babies grow the most. So if you have a big goat, that means you're going to have big babies, and delivery can be a bit tricky. I had a really large baby last year that I had to assist with more than I was comfortable, but luckily I had a good vet on call and she walked me through it on the phone. That's another great tip for people that first-time goat breeders. I would highly recommend you find out if your vet is well skilled in goat rearing and have them on standby and let them know, hey, my goats are due within the next week, and ask for their cell phone. I mean, they're very helpful, your vets, and they don't have a problem helping you over the phone because they want your animals to be healthy as much as you do. So I always give my vet a heads up when things are getting close so that she's ready for a call no matter what time it is. And I don't know about your vets, but out here, as long as the vet does not make a house call, it does not cost me anything. So her walking me through the pulling and delivery of my really large buck, which both mama and baby survived. That's mama up there if you can see her. She's the heavy duty one leading the pack. She's my queen bee, and this is my second queen bee. But okay, it's getting windy. It's probably hard to hear me. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick tour of the farm and the pasture and our little walk on this spring day. Thanks for stopping by.